Welcome into the ballpark. Happy to have you with us. The show has an NL East matchup. The Atlanta Braves taking on the Miami Marlins. First pitch coming your way next. About to get started here and towing the slab, Spencer Arrighetti.
Yeah, he's definitely had a struggle so far this year, as evidenced by that inflated whip, but he's going to have to find a way to limit the base runners, put his team in a position to win a ball game. So we know he's prepared. We know this guy's a competitor, and we'll watch how he works in this one.
And he takes a strike. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. Whips it to Casas, and a quick out, number one. Here's the Atlanta Braves lineup. In that cleanup spot, a key piece for this club, Matt Olson.
Well, right in the middle of this lineup, and that's exactly where he belongs. I mean, he's there for a reason, Boog. This guy, they know they can rely on him, and he's a force, a presence there that, puts a little trepidation in that opposing pitcher. We'll see what kind of impact he has in this one.
Swings through that.
0-2.
One out, base is empty. Next offering is down low.
1-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
Good pitch right there. I mean, he's attacking a location that this guy at the plate tends to have trouble with, and there's just so much information in this day and age, sometimes too much information, but the guys that can take that information, process it, and then go out there, Boog, and execute the pitch, go right after that hitter, and get the result that they were anticipating. That's really good pitching right there, and it's a good job of the pitcher and the catcher working together. Man, that was pretty gross right there.
In the dirt, and that's ball two. Swings through it, and that's a strikeout. Set down 1-2-3. And now the Marlins will have a crack at things. No score. Major League Baseball is on the show.
Well, no doubt about it. He's going to have to put together some consistently good performances in order to bring that ERA down. Now, he's got good stuff. He's just got to be able to have confidence, trust it, and really go after hitters, not nibble. Trust that his stuff can have late life and miss barrels of bats.
That's hard hit on the line. Kelnick calls it in, and there's one away. Kyle Stowers, the next up for the Marlins. And that one hammered back there. Grabs it right up against the wall.
Well, I didn't think he got it off the bat, but the wind made it a lot more interesting than expected. Nice job of the center fielder. Puts it all the way back to the warning track. Man.
J.D. Martinez in the box now. No balls and a strike. Swing and a miss at a slider.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
Pitch misses. 1-2 to count.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off.
That's strike three and the third out. So we take back here in Miami. New inning getting started. And now Matt Olson up to hit. And that one is lifted in the air. Stowers sizes this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Woo. He was all over that first pitch fastball, just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Sean Murphy stands in now and watches strike one. And there's a ball. Joe McDonald, our umpire behind the dish.
Yeah, Boog, Joey Mack. Sometimes a little tough to figure out. We may see some hitters and pitchers asking him where a pitch was here or there, but most of the time he keeps it reasonable.
And that's down and away. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see them a lot.
Yeah, Boog, they're all out there trying to do their best and perform at a high level. So When you respect that, I think over time you can develop a relationship with them.
And it's through for a hit. So they get a man aboard with a one-out single. So now to the plate for Atlanta, Michael Harris II.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Second inning here, no score. Comes up empty.
0-2.
And that one upstairs, ball one.
Pretty standard high 0-2 fastball right there. If you're smart, you'll look for something down in the zone, but not too far. Don't want to chase that breaking ball in the dirt.
Harris checks his swing. Appeal down to third. And that's through the swing. It's a strikeout. Here's Alex Verdugo. And that misses. And that's ball one. Verdugo hitting 7th in today's lineup, and he was a second-round pick back in 2014. And that is out of play. In the dirt. To second, and he's out. They don't come much closer than that. Bang, bang. Go down quietly. We'll go to the bottom of the second. No score. We head to the bottom of the second. Now here's the cleanup hitter for Miami, Connor Norby. That one's in there. 0-1. Right through there for a strike.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in an 0-2 hole. He's going to have to battle. Hope he gets a mistake.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. And Chris, that's a way to neutralize his speed by keeping him off base.
And the defense breathes a sigh of relief because he puts pressure on everyone.
Oh, this one high and deep, way back there. And that one is gone over the right field wall. That'll fire up the dugout. His 7th home run of the season. And they grab the lead. It's 1-0. He sent the first pitch over the wall.
Must have dinner reservations because he wasn't wasting any time at the plate in that at bat.
Agustin Ramirez will hit next. One out, bases empty, and a run in here in the second game of the series. The 0-1 is outside, and it's a ball and a strike. Swing and a line drive ripped out into right center. That's a base hit. Now he'll turn for second. And he'll pull into second safely.
He needed that one. It's been a tough stretch at the plate lately. They got a pitch he could drive, but he didn't get too excited like a lot of guys do and pull off the baseball. Really good timing all the way through the swing, and the barrel was so on plane with the ball. Easy drive into the gap for that double.
And here is Graham Pauley. And a foul ball. Ramirez over at second, one down. That's down and in.
1-1.
And that one fouled off. Starting to go at the 1-2. A check on it to third. No swings, says Freddie Ferguson. And it remains 2-2. One out and a runner at second.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
Line drive. Verdugo makes the catch. Throw behind the runner, and they've got him doubled off. One for the Marlins on the solo shot. It's now. Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling. Eric Getty back to work. Fastball for a strike.
0-1.
Pitch is in the dirt, and the count is 1-1. Now one missed. Oh, and they're going to tag the pitcher with a pitch clock violation. That's an automatic ball.
The pitcher must begin his motion before the pitch timer runs out. We're looking for a little more urgency out there.
Hauls it in for the out.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
Eric Getty winds and deals. That one outside. 1 ball, 1 strike.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Fouled off. He was late.
He's mixing his pitches really well. Late on that fastball after seeing the changeup. See if he can elevate one. I think if he does, he'll get the swing and miss.
2 balls, 2 strikes. Full count.
Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. Line drive.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
One.
Popped up. Edwards hauls it in to end the inning. Down in order. And welcome back to the ballpark as we go to the last of the third. And at the plate for Miami, Dane Myers. And a swing and a miss. There's that slider.
No balls, 1 strike.
Yeah, that's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
And ball 1. That misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes the count. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one. And now for the Marlins, Javier Sinoja. Fought off foul. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Wow, just great bite to that slider. Hard out of the zone, and he just couldn't hold up the swing. You know, as a hitter, that pitch is really hard to take, and there's just not much you can do with it. You know that, but you don't want to get rung up by the umpire.
Edwards stands in with 2 away as he takes a ball. Swing and a ball hit out towards left center field. That one gets down for a hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
That ball right there landed in what they call the no man's land, meaning it's not really.
Rudder takes off, pitch in for a strike. Safe at second, and he easily steals the bag. And the league leader in stolen bases does it again.
High throw may have made the difference right there. It's kind of hard to say, though. It's a little tougher for a catcher with a left-handed hitter in the box, and that hitter does not have to move at all to help you out. He just got under the throw, and it took off on him a little bit.
That one's upstairs, ball 1. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. In the dirt. Man at second. That one just misses the outside corner. And that's ball 3. That's a good at bat right there. He was down early in that plate appearance. Works the walk. And here is JD Martinez. His first at bat was a strikeout. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field, headed for the plate. He'll score, and it's an RBI single, and they take a 2-run lead.
Comes through with the RBI. That's about as textbook as it gets. Got his stride and load out of the way early. He stayed inside that ball and squared it up out front. Man, that was like he was in the cage hitting off a tee.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Kelnick racing over to make the catch. So 1 run in the inning on this base hit. It's now a 2-0. All set for the start of the inning. And now the DH, Tyler Fitzgerald. Late swing fouled off.
You know, these Braves just lacking discipline at the plate in this ballgame. So many of their outs have come from weak contact on pitches they're chasing outside of the strike zone. You can't do much of anything with those locations, and that's been true again today.
That clips the zone, and it's 1-2.
And as a pitcher, when the hitters are swinging at everything, you feel no need to challenge inside the zone. You just keep working the corners and expanding that strike zone and beyond, and they just keep eating right out of your hand. He's locked in at the plate when he's using the whole field. He was out in front there. Just needs to let the ball travel a little more, and his timing will be back on track. Good pitch for the strikeout.
Swing and a high fly ball, well struck. That one back. It bangs against the giant cement pole in right, gone. That's a home run. He flexes his power with that swing, and they're on the board. It's 2-1.
He's going to the plate with a ton of confidence lately, and he's getting the results to back it up. No doubt, those two things feed off one another.
And that one wrapped foul. High fly ball lifted in the air, right field. Pops over the wall, and that's an automatic double.
Well, there's something really nice about getting yourself an automatic double like that. You get to stroll into second base without having to worry about a throw or getting your uniform dirty. And now you're just looking for the next guy to kind of do the same thing. Maybe put one in the gap so you can jog home as well.
Tosses across the first, and Olsen is set down. Here's Sean Murphy.
Well, there's a lot riding on that at bat right there. Nice job of the pitcher to bear down, make the pitch, get the ground ball. Excellent piece of work.
Just missed.
He's clearly trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate. If you really want to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Michael Harris II in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here.
That just came apart right there. 4-pitch walk, and guy at the plate was not going to help him out by swinging at something out of the zone.
Harris in the box now, takes strike one.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
Reaching for it and breaks it in. Long ball draws the Braves closer. And this is... And we're back. Bottom four, now batting Tristan Casas. There's a swing and a drive. That one back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Almost a loud start to the inning on that first pitch. Man, he's going to want that one back, no doubt.
Ramirez now in the box. Comes up empty with a swing there. Outside. Ball one. Swing and a drive, deep right field. That's back there. Going, gone. His 14th of the year, and they boost their lead. It's 3-1.
He really needed that swing. He hasn't been getting a ton of results at the plate lately, so I'm sure that one felt especially good.
Next to hit, Graham Pauley. That's towards center. Harris has a beat on it. Drops into the glove, and there are 2 outs.
Now batting, the center fielder, Dane.
2 down, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Dane Myers. That's in there, and it's 0-1. And that one fouled off. That misses, and it's 1-2. Swing and a miss, and he chases that one in the dirt. Murphy fires to first. Got him. Inning over on the strikeout. Marlins add another with the solo shot. And this is now a 3-1 ball game. Back after this on the show. Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters are performed up to this point. Swung on, belted. That's back there. Solo homer. He crushes that one to right field, and that should quiet this home crowd. Third home run of the season. It's 3-2. That was blasted.
Absolutely, no doubt off the bat.
Ozzie Albies up to the plate. Drilled in the air, high and deep right field. See you later.
Back-to-back homers, always a special feeling at the ballpark, especially if it's your team that does it and those guys get to slap hands at home plate. This is the kind of thing that can really fire up a ball club.
On the ground right side, whips it to Casas, and that's the first out. Nice recovery after giving up the homer. Tyler Fitzgerald getting ready to hit. Hard grounder into the outfield for a knock. So a man aboard now with one away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
And the batter now, number 8. The shortstop takes the ball. Man at first, one away. Next pitch in for a strike. And the count 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Popped up left side. Edwards pulls it down, and he makes the catch. And there's 2 down. Austin Riley at the plate. 1 for 2. And that's in there for strike 1. Riley, multi-time All-Star, 27 years old, a former first-round pick back in 2015. 2 outs. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. But 2 rounds ready to go for the last half of the inning. And now the right fielder, Javier Sanoja. Swing and a ground ball. Riley fires to first. And the leadoff man set down in their half of the 5th. Back to the top of the Miami order. Xavier Edwards digs in now. Swing and a high fly ball right field. That one back, that one on its way, and it's gone. A massive home run. And the Marlins jump out in front. It's 4-3. That's their 3rd home run of the game.
They're having a lot of fun at the plate in this one. They've got the long ball working for them on autopilot.
Now the left fielder, Kyle Stowers. And first offering is fouled off. Lined into left center, and that should be extra bases. Makes the turn and heads for second. And that's a double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the
pitching for Atlanta.
1 out, runner at second. J.D. Martinez, the next up for the Marlins. Swinging a foul straight back. That's to third, and it stays fair. Rounds third, headed for the plate. The throw in. He's safe. It's 5-3.
Good two-strike hitting right there, Berg. A bit of a lost start for some, so that was nicely done to beat the odds. There's something about pulling one down the line and shooting it through the infield that's just so satisfying as a hitter. It's just fun turning on a pitch like he did right there.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2. The Braves bullpen has some activity. Pierce Johnson up and loosening in the pen. Stratton getting loose as well. Next offering misses down and away. Still only one out here in the inning. Drilled out towards left center field. That's well struck. This one could be trouble. Martinez headed for third. Coming home. The relay to the plate, safe, and they're up by 3.
Well, that certainly feels good when you can win the at-bat after being down in the count, up against it with 2 strikes right there. Fastball pretty much middle, and that's what you fall asleep dreaming about as a hitter. So no surprise he put a great swing on it.
Casas at the plate for the third time as he comes up empty there. And there's a ball. Man at second. Late on that fastball.
Well, they just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
And the pitch. And a ball evens the count. 1 out and a runner at second. Last half of inning number 5. And a swing and a miss. 2 out.
Well, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him off. You know, it's hard to get the bat around on a pitch like that in tight. You just feel like you're crowded on the inside part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
This one in the air. Olsen settles under it and makes the catch.
Now pitching for
We're back, and they make a change to start the 6th. The new pitcher, Declan Cronin.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Olsen in the box here lets that one go for a ball. And there's a foul ball. That one hit to right. And that'll fall for a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Hooked around that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
Murphy in the box again, takes a strike. And that is out of play. Olsen gets his lead at first, nobody out. Got him looking, that's a strikeout.
Away. Clearly that was the plan right there. He just wasn't able to put it in play, and that should tell you something as a hitter. Sometimes you're a little too conscious of the inside pitch, and you're not able to cover that outside part of the plate. So clearly some adjustments to be made next time.
Harris lays off down low as he digs in for the third time.
2-0.
In the dirt, but kept close. To second, but way too late. Safe there. Olsen into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility. Next offering is in for a strike. This one smashed down the right field line. One hops off the wall, should be extra bases. Runner from second crosses the plate, and it's 6-4.
Well done. Narrows the deficit with the RBI there. He got a pitch he could get to out front, kept his bat through the ball, and didn't pull off or roll his hands over. And that allowed him to rip that ball down the line for the double.
Myers makes the play, and there are 2 down.
The batter number 1.
Here is Ozzie Albies up to him.
Albies.
Man on second, 2 down.
Ball. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Bottom of the zone and a called strike. High fly ball near the pole. That one is foul.
That was a nice bid right there to try to tie up this ball game. Just couldn't keep it from bending foul. He looked locked in on that swing. Pitcher better be careful with him right now.
That one missed.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
Ripped to third, but handled, and that'll end the inning. The Braves add one on the RBI double.
Now pitching for the
Back
Braves.
now for the bottom of the sixth, and there's a new pitcher on the mound. Hunter Stratton.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
This one popped up under it. He's there. He's got it. One up, one down. And now Dane Myers.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Swing and a miss, and that one missed by a ton.
No balls. One strike.
Base is empty, one away here in the bottom of the sixth. Strike two.
Well, you've got the hitter
No ball.
already
Two
chasing that
strikes.
nasty slider. If you're on the mound, you just want to expand the zone right now. Get a swing and miss and
Ball,
get through
no.
this at bat.
Pitch misses there, and that's ball one. Swing and a miss,
Three.
and he is down on strikes for the third straight at bat. 2 outs, base is empty. Javier Sinoja, the next to hit. 0 for 2 in this one. Out to short. Marlins set down in order. No runs, no hits.
Now pitching for the Marlins.
Welcome back. We're in the seventh. We have a new pitcher on the mound. Ronnie Enriquez.
Ronnie.
Well, the best relievers love the opportunity to come in and protect a tight lead late in the ball game. Some of them are just wired different, so we'll see what he's got here.
Late swing, foul to the left. Fastball for a strike. Going to count 1-2. Outside with a breaking ball. Lifted in the air, out to left. That gets down for a hit. And that'll bring the tying run to the plate. So digging in, Tyler Fitzgerald. 1 for 3. That one is absolutely belted. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. Headed for the plate. He'll score easily.
Back-to-back base hits. Just a very nice approach and swing right there to use the big part of the field. Everything was on time. He stayed balanced through the entire swing and just launched that one into center. Really important at bat coming up now.
Fouled off. He was late. With the tying run at second, here in the top half of inning number 7. Out towards right center field. He's got it. Runner tags at second. Here's the throw, and he makes it up to third with 1 away.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch. In the infield at the corners, don't be surprised to see them come home first and prevent that run from scoring.
And now the count is even. Just missed.
2 balls, 1 strike.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out on a slider, and there's 2 gone. Matt Olson stepping to the plate in a big spot now.
He's been really clutch with runners in scoring position this season, so they'll have to be extra careful in this matchup.
The 1-0.
That's a ball.
Right through there for a strike.
2-1.
The tying run is 90 feet away. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball 3.
That one called just inside, I think, and on the mound, he's trying to get a little bit of an explanation. Doesn't seem to be too bothered by it, though, but he clearly thought it clipped the corner. Pretty much the last thing you want from your bullpen arms are free passes, especially in spots like this. Make the team earn their way off.
And that's off the inside edge. And the count even 1-1. Up the middle, and a base hit right there. In comes the runner from third. It's an RBI single, and this game is tied in the 7th. Go ahead, run on base. Manager out of the dugout now.
Pitching for the Marlins, number 53.
Right down to shoot. 0-1. And that one cutting but missing down low. On the ground to the left. Down the line, and it's foul. Hit in the air out to center field. Myers. And that's the 3rd out. But they scored twice, and we're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Aaron Bummer.
He doesn't get a lot of strikeouts compared to other relievers, so he relies on getting that soft contact and the defense doing work behind him. They'll have to be on their toes with him on the bump.
Foul ball there.
You know, these Marlins, simply put, are producing a lot of quality swings. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Close, but call the ball. And that is ball 1. Up the middle. Fires to first on the run. Nicely done for the out.
I love how guys at this level are able to slow the game down, whether it's in the batter's box or on defense. And right there, that was a good job of knowing just how much time he had. We talk about that internal clock. He was able to gather himself, get a good grip, and make an accurate throw across the diamond.
Next offering is fouled back. And right back to the mound. Over to first. Out. And that quickly 2 away.
Up next for the Marlins, the designated hitter, J.D.
Tied at 6.
Martinez.
And Martinez. Swing and a ground ball, and that one gets through into center field. So a 2-out knock keeps the inning alive. Now a chance for Connor Norby. And the first pitch misses for ball 1. Swings through that one for strike 1.
I think he was sitting off speed there.
And now 2 balls and a strike. Just missed.
This is a really good feeling for a hitter at this point in the ball game. You know that they don't want to walk you, so you're going to get a pitch to hit. You just better not miss it.
2 gone. The possible go-ahead run at first. Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk. And with 2 outs, the go-ahead run is at second base. And up next. For Miami, Tristan Casas. He's already homered in this game. And that one fouled off. Swing and a miss struck him out. They miss a big chance. Back at the ballpark as we take a check of the bullpen so far this season.
Alex Verdugo.
And fouled off. Next one misses, and it's a ball and a strike. This ball's chopped on the ground. Norby. And Verdugo is set down. Tied at 6. And here comes Ozzie Albies to the dish. The other way, and that's a fair ball. And he's into second base with one away as the go-ahead run.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. Showed a willingness to drive that pitch the opposite way. Didn't get jumpy, didn't try to pull the ball. He let it get deep, took the barrel right to it, and then extended through the swing for the line drive base hit. And a huge opportunity now to grab the lead at this point in the game.
Line to right, base hit. Runner around third on his way to the plate. The throw's offline, he's saved. They lead it now, it's 7-6. Now it's the DH, Tyler Fitzgerald.
Ball.
In the dirt.
Could use a ground ball here. Something in the infield. Runner at first base, get 2, get out of this.
Stretches out and hauls it in. Here's the shortstop at the plate. He's already homered here in this one. That's in there. It's 0-1. Boucher, 29 years old, and he was a 10th round pick back in 2017. Got him on the off-balance throw. And that is back now. New pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th. Trevor McGill.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves. Late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Kelnick on the move. And there's one away.
Now batting.
And at the plate for Miami, Graham Pauley. 0 for 3 in this one. That's off the mark. Ball 1.
That was absolute
no
gas.
strike.
Triple digits on the gun. It's just a different experience as a hitter watching that go by.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. Throw on to Olsen. And there are 2 outs.
Good two-seam action right there. Running away from the batter. Rolled over it. Got the ground out.
And now the center fielder, Dane Myers. First pitch misses.
Boog, he never moved because he never had time to. But that kind of velocity, you'd prefer that pitcher work away.
Holding on to a 1-run lead here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. This one in the air. Under this one. And that will end the inning. And the Marlins.
Now pitching for the Marlins.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th. And there's a new pitcher on the mound. Andrew Nardi.
And compared to a lot of other relievers, strikeouts have not been a big weapon for him this year. So the defense should be active.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
0-2.
Swing and a hard hit liner up the middle to base hit. And a good start to the inning.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Olsen in the box now. No balls and a strike.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Swings through that one. It's a strikeout.
Well, that was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at-bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball.
Oh, now this is blasted. Way back there. On its way. Gone.
He's so good at getting his arms extended, and that's exactly what he did right there. You don't typically want to pull a pitch in that part of the plate, but he doesn't allow his wrist to roll over, stays through the ball, gets the loft, and gets the home run.
Swing and a high fly ball, deep left field. And a foul ball. 0-2 now. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. 2 runs across in the inning here in the top of the ninth. Fights that one away, and the count remains 0-2.
1-2.
Got it. 2 away back.
Came inside with that 2-strike fastball nicely and just bunched him up on the inside part of the plate. Couldn't get around on it and catch it out front. Many times if you do, it's a foul ball. And you know, a lot of pitchers, they really don't like working inside with 2 strikes because they do not want to hit that batter. And when they've got him up against the ropes, got to figure out a way to put him away. Did a nice job right there.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out. That K is his 3rd of the game. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of... Back now, and on the mound, the closer, Raisel Iglesias.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Harris after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 1 down.
The batter, number 9, shortstop, Xavier.
He's 2 outs away. And now for the Marlins, Xavier Edwards. Ball 1, no strikes. Base is empty, 1 away. We're in the last half of the 9th inning. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. Snags it for the 2nd out. And now, Kyle Stowers. Hammered down the right side, but foul. That's off the inside corner. And 1-1. That one ripped. Way back. On its way. And that one's gone. A monster shot to right. Home run number 20 on the year. And they cut into the deficit. It's 9-7. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish.
Martinez stands in now, looks at that one inside. Swing and a miss. Nice changeup.
Didn't recognize off speed. Thought it was fastball. A little bit out in front.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Well, so many hard-throwing relievers in the game these days. You would think that hitters have made the adjustment, but I don't know if you ever get used to it. Just pumping gas.
Got him, and that's the ball game. And